diarrhea of the mouth where I'll just go and go and go without stopping.
Jeez, diarrhea of the mouth. That is a phrase of the day, ladies and gentlemen. In literally the first 15 seconds, I heard the words, "Turn me up, baby. Let's go." Dead ass, for real chat. And I was like, that's it. That's the fucking 5 moves. That's the 5 words of doom there. Goodbye.
My best clip on MW3 was I have it. I still remember it. 7 swap multi MSR with a no scope in the middle of collider. Oh, I'll show you if you want. If you want, I can show you. I have it. But yeah, dude, it's like I saw default, the tracking of default, and I was like, holy shit, that is nuts! Like the amount of control.
Yeah.
But I knew he wasn't cheating. I knew he wasn't cheating because I know that was possible. You know, you want to see though a photo, dog? Here, you see this right now, right? Here, can I show you a photo real quick on my camera?
Yep.
I took this literally yesterday.
God damn, it's so sexy.
Listen,
if I hang from a bar
give it a shove.
And I let my spine decompress for a minute, I will be 6 foot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was just about to say. You let
I
your
take
spine...
every bit I can.
Do you remember SSX Tricky on the PlayStation 2?
Oh, I wish I could scream. I wish I had the voice to scream right now. Dude, oh my god, I could kiss you. Come here. Hello everybody and welcome to the FPCS Podcast episode 7. I am your beautiful, as always, host, Aussie Menace, but you can just call me Josh. Look, I want to give an apology for last week. There was no episode. I was sick as fuck. I'm still recovering if you couldn't tell. So at some point I'm probably going to just skip on my words. Yeah, I'm going to have a little voice crack like a little fucking 12-year-old boy, but that's okay. That's okay. We're getting the content out. I'm here to deliver. So today's episode is featuring someone very amazing. Look, this guy is one of the best players you'll ever see, one of the most humble players you'll ever see, excellent person. Please give a very special welcome to Numbster.
Hello everyone, glad to be here.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great, actually. Honestly, a bunch of stuff going on in life and inside the new COD dropped. Pushing out videos outside of Call of Duty, life's going great. Recently engaged, whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. I know. Yeah,
man's making moves.
Yes, on and off of the computer screen. But everything's great, man. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I'm excited to be here. Honestly.
Oh, thank you for being here, man. Like, I put a tweet a little while ago on the podcast account on Twitter saying, like, you know, if anyone's interested, please drop a reply below because I'm very serious. Like, if you drop a reply and I find you interesting, we're going to have you on my show. And my boy Chris tagged you, and I'm like, man, that would be a fucking dream come true if that happened. And then you replied, absolutely. I was like, holy shit, I'm going to make this happen. Because, like, we've known each other for a while now. We've played a bit of COD before. I remember. I don't know if you remember, but I remember. It's like, fuck, this has to happen.
No, we were at Rebirth. I remember, don't worry.
Yeah, that's it. Me, you, Echo.
Noonie.
And Noonie, yeah, that's right. Me and Noonie were just struggling. But we made it work.
Wasn't Noonie black? Noonie was like gone.
He was so drunk. He had so much to drink. The thing is, like, he was that drunk that we matched level, so we were playing the same pace, like we were just as good as each other. But it took him like 50 standard drinks for us to finally match. So that was kind of a kick in the balls, but I'll take it.
Listen. Noonie's aim in video games is absurd. You can get this man intoxicated to the absolute breaking limit. This dude will still pull off some nutty shits.
In every game too. Like in Overwatch, he's been kind of going crazy as well.
A lot of people have been going. You know, and that's something I actually haven't started playing Overwatch. I haven't tried Overwatch 2 yet. I'm shocked.
I reckon give it a go. I literally never touched Overwatch 1. And I watched about a total of 30 minutes of Overwatch 1 gameplay, and I had no interest, but Overwatch 2 was free to play, gave it a try, and it turns out, don't want to toot my own horn here, but I was pretty fucking good at it. You know why? No fucking aim assist. And we're not going to get into that, because I've gone into that too many times.
Listen,
But I'm going against
I
keyboard and
tweeted-
mouse players, and I'm actually doing good. Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought?
Listen, I was watching Ethan stream Search and Destroy on one of my off days while doing homework, and he pulled up a clip of Scump saying something about aim assist. Scump was saying dynamic aim assist got too far and it just aims for you, and it says you don't have to aim anymore in Call of Duty. As soon as I saw that clip, I was like, oh, Twitter post, yoink.
Yep.
2 million impressions within 2 days. I mean, it was just a fucking banger tweet. It's my pit tweet.
That went fucking crazy. Like, what is it, 7,000 likes or something at the moment?
Yeah, like almost 8,000?
Yeah, last time I checked, it was like
I think it
1,600.
capped out it's somewhere near 7,000. But hey, listen, honestly, hear me out. Keyboard and mouse versus aim assist has been in the community for God knows how long. Ever since crossplay was initiated. I honestly, listen, I just kind of clown with aim assist and kind of just see the comical side of it. I'm really not I never get like truly like, fuck aim assist, blah, blah, blah. I'm never like that. I just kind of see the comical side of it just because, listen, if you want to play controller, go play controller. No one's stopping you, right? If you want to play keyboard and mouse, play keyboard and mouse. But don't get me wrong, though. If I see something nutty and I know that it'll pop off, I'm going to take that opportunity. And I tweeted that out.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get your name out there, man. You know how it works.
Give me 1 second. If you don't mind, just 1 second.
Yep, that's all good. That's all good. Take a little intermission already. Actually, fuck it, we're not doing an intermission. How are we all going? It's Ozzy here, doing a solo podcast now. Doing a solo podcast. I actually, while he's away, I just want to give a special thank you to everyone who listens to the show. We hit 2 episodes. Episode 1 with McBango and episode 6 with Umbra and Lunatic. They are the first episodes to surpass 50 downloads total, which is insane. So, massive shout out to everyone. The growth I've noticed, like the chart is going like this. Like it is linear growth, and that's good. I don't want it spike. I want linear growth. So I'll take it. Thank you all very much. Much appreciated.
You know, and I will add on to
He's back.
You're good about it. It was a quick second. That's all it was. A quick second.
Oh, I ran with it.
I was gonna say, good job, damn. Yeah, and that's something like literally, as a 22-year-old who does this and who's about to finish college, life is like that currently, where you're focusing on something and something pops up real quick. It's just as you get older and how finish your education and start working in the workforce, your life just kind of just goes crazy. Yeah. But on top of that, though, the linear growth, I think linear growth over exponential growth is more important. Just because exponential growth, it lasts in the moment. The exponential growth is great in the moment, but eventually that exponential will turn flatline. Yeah. Linear growth will always be linear.
Exactly. Because you're getting new people on board that are interested and that will stay. Like, a perfect example, right? 2 million impressions on your tweet. Do you have 2 million followers? I know it's rough to say, but that's how it works. That's how it works.
Listen, if I had 2 million followers, I'd have a nicer backdrop if I had 2 million followers.
You wouldn't be here on my show, that's for sure. You're too big for this show.
I'd have a nicer backdrop, though, for sure.
Have a solid gold-plated wall.
Literally.
This would be pure marble, not just a shitty wallpaper.
Just a wall of scuff controllers in the background. Maybe a wall of fucking final mouses. I took all the stock.
Yes. I haven't got a final mouse. I want to get a new mouse. I got a Model D wired and it's terrible. Not terrible, but I needed something else.
Model D wireless. I got you upgraded.
There you go. I want to get the Ford Series 1 that they're doing. I think it's called that. It's like their Pro versions.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to get one of those. Those are awesome.
Yeah, the Model D Pro would be nice. I actually, contrary to belief, people shit on Glorious, but honestly, the Model D, the ergonomic build of it, kind of solid.
Yeah, it just works. Like, it matches the hand. Like, I have literally like a claw, fingertip, palm hybrid. Like, that's how I hold my mouse. And it just works. Very similar. It just works.
I'm very similar, actually.
Okay, here's a hot take. Do you use your pinky as a brake?
Pinky as a brake? Here's the thing. When people ask me how I hold a mouse... Or am I just a bot? No. It's not nothing. No. When people ask me how... It's honestly, it's so hard to because here's the thing. I was never huge into the AIM training scene. To be AIM labs, I was never into the AIM training scene. played and just developed aim. That's just kind of how, like, there's some players like that. TGD, for example, doesn't aim train. Nate Gibson doesn't aim train. I really hardly ever aim trained. I only aim trained for tracking purposes because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 had a low TTK and it never allowed you to train tracking properly. So that's where aim labs came in. Target switching and anything else aim related, I just learned naturally through games. But I will say, if I had to give you a good explanation of how I actually hold my mouse, it is kind of like similar to you, where yes, I kind of actually do use my pinky for like a kind of like, yeah, like recoil control almost.
Like a support, like an anchor, especially when you're like, you're staying on target. Like it's weird. Like I'll if I'm on a long distance target or a medium distance target, I'll use my thumb and my pinky as an anchor to like do a little micro adjustment. That's how I do it. It works for me.
Oh, totally. And two, like, actually, funny enough, like, I've actually learned this from people. If you play like a claw, like hand grip, you can actually use like your front fingers for more recoil control. Like if you're controlling vertical, you pull down with your index fingers. Yes, I have actually. There are some things I have learned that I do imply nowadays. But when people ask me what my grip is, I'm just like, I just show them. I'm just like, here it is.
I have a hybrid of everything. Just look, this is how I do it.
Exactly, because I don't know how to explain it, but here you go.
Right, so I know you're on a bit of a time crunch for this episode, so this might be the longest episode. So we want to just kind of get through some points here, because like I feel like, as I said in the pre-show, you and I could talk for 4 hours, and that's a perfect example of that is we're like, what, 10 minutes into the show already, and we haven't even hit the first dot point of our Word document. So
I'm telling you, I've had a 9-hour conversation straight. You know,
that's
actually, one of the things is when I was in my internship, I actually was talking to one of the partners at this firm, and he's like, I mean, honestly, if I had to give you his like salary worth, like because probably money's probably like, you know, like when people think of like money, like how much someone makes in a year, they can kind of think of how like professional they are, like how good at their job. This guy makes $5 million a year, and you could think like how you could like understand like how like nervous you kind of would be like around that person trying to have a conversation. I mean, I was like, we were chatting it up for hours nonstop. For some reason, I've been blessed being with a talkative mindset. I call it diarrhea of the mouth, where I'll just go and go and go without stopping.
Jeez, diarrhea of the mouth. That is a phrase of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Diarrhea of the mouth.
Just
you threw me on
non-stop shit coming out.
I know what you're saying though. So we've kind of gotten to the general info about you, but we'll get to this point. What kind of content do you create primarily?
So, you know, it's been a ride, to say the least. I can give you like the brief rundown. I started out with sniping content, funny enough, going for trick shots, feeding. That's how I really started getting into content creation with Call of Duty. Yeah, oh fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Before, right?
We've all been through that phase of trick shotting.
We've all
been through it.
Then I moved into CSGO, which is where I kind of got into the aiming scene. And then once MW 2019 dropped, I saw all these aiming clips on Twitter, Reddit, whatever. And I was like, wow, that looks like fun. So kind of got into that, became as a Respawn content creator, then moved into Rebirth, went into Rebirth content. And then recently, I would say within the last 6-7 months, I've been now doing search and destroy content. And it's just it's been fun.
I love your S&D content, man.
Thank you.
Good. Fuck yeah. It's just, I've never really got into S&D, but I appreciate its entertainment factor. Like watching S&D, playing S&D. It's like Apex. I love watching Apex. Hate playing Apex.
Hear me out. You ready? CSGO, no, it's not search and destroy. Don't get me wrong. They kind of share similar aspects, but not entirely, right? But a lot of people fucking love watching CSGO tournaments, but will they play CSGO competitively? No, they won't.
No. I played CS comp for like a week, and I was like, I'm never ever doing this again. This is the worst.
I have about 1,500 hours in CS before I gave it a go. I got up to legendary Eagle Master in matchmaking before I got into cheater rank until I got exploded by cheaters, and then ESEA I got to B+. If anyone knows ESEA, the ranking system, I got to B+. I was playing with people that were pretty much almost on the level of Shroud. Like my best friend that I used to play with, his name is Miles. He was on ESCA. It goes S tier is like where like the pros are, and then A plus is like literally the breaking point. He was A plus. So I was playing with like sweat lords. Oh my god, yeah. I was playing with people that were literally there at like competitive level.
My monitor would be in pieces if I was going through that. Fuck that.
But you know, honestly, because of CS:GO and because I've always kind of enjoyed that competitive aspect and like the non-respawn, plant the bomb, whatever, I think that's why I got really big into playing Search and Destroy. And it's really thanks to Jolt, Ethan, and like Slade by Blade, because I kind of messaged Jolt one day, and because at this point, Rebirth was I hated Rebirth. I hated Rebirth at this point.
Like me right now, I refuse. I refuse to ever touch that shit again. I'm over it.
Exactly.
Yep,
and I was at that for a long time. Really, and even when my videos were going through the algorithm on YouTube with Rebirth content, you know, it's not worth it. You know, Rebirth was just so awful. I mean, seriously, it was so awful. And I'll be the first to admit it. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I did VPN to even get easier lobbies because of just how brutal it was.
Yeah, that's not a shameful thing to admit. We all do. I did.
Yeah.
Many people I played with did. Exploit the system.
Totally. Some people in the chat probably have as well. And you know what? And you know what? It's fine because Rebirth got to the point where it was just every single lobby where there was no one that was having fun. And I got to that point, and even then I was not having fun. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I was like, I'm not happy mentally. I was not happy making the content. Even if it was thousands and tens of thousands of views on YouTube, I was like, this sucks. And I messaged Jolt one day, and I was like, listen, I was like, hey man, I was like, do you have a spot? And he's like, yeah. Hopped in for some Search and Destroy with the boys.
That's where it took off.
Since then, and that's just, and since then, I kind of just hooked onto it.
Found your little niche. Like you're gonna find that one thing that you enjoy the most, and you just gotta make the most of that.
Exactly. And you know, and honestly, I've always been the player that loves the fast-paced game modes. Funny enough, like I always love playing Hardpoint, like going through like MW target switching, just getting absolute bonker clips. But something about Search and Destroy is just fun to just play sometimes, you know, being the top fragger in the lobby, being able to drop 4Ks, 5Ks, aces. It's just something. And plus the reactions in Search and Destroy are nothing like you've ever heard before.
The hot mics in S&D are just so much better.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yes. But yeah, awesome. I mean, that's like where my content creation is right now. It's just chilling out, playing Search, and it's not stressful. With Rebirth, it was stressful. Like every video, I had to drop 20 minimum, maybe even 30 minimum. Search and Destroy, if I can just get a good commentary out, even dropping 15, 12 kills, we're smooth sailing.
Entertainment is so much more it's just so much better than demonic gameplay. Like you can watch a Rebirth player drop 40 and their voice does not leave a fucking C flat, right? They get 40 kills like, exactly. Turn me up, baby, let's go. But then you get someone who creates S&D content that's just yelling and have hot mics going crazy. That's more engaging to watch. I don't want to watch a demon fucking say, yo, what's up, guys? This is the most insane loadout of all time. This is demonic. I'm dropping 40, bro. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's not entertaining. I mean, it's rude for me to say. But like you know where I'm coming
safe space, homie. Speak, preach. And I'll still throw my class setups in the video. Don't get me wrong. Just because listen, I get so many comments like, "What's your class setup? Can I get the class setup?" I'll just throw it at the fucking end. There you go. Have fun. But yeah, dude. Like, and that was the other thing with Warzone. It was going into this. Oh man, I'm gonna get in. So there was another tweet that I tweeted out. I'm gonna strap in. There was a guy that I played against. His name was, and you know what? Honestly, good for him. You know, he's probably doing so successful right now with his content. Good for fucking him, honestly. Happy for him. I mean, the last time I checked, he had 600 viewers, thousands, like almost 10, like over 10,000 subs on Twitch. Jesus. Not even YouTube, Twitch.
That's massive.
Yeah. But I think his name was Cammy Slays, you know, and hey, if there was any beef between him and I, listen, you keep doing you, I'll keep doing me. That's that. But I played with him, and it was the most cringeworthy shit ever. He was like, turn me up, chat, turn me up, blah, blah. He was like talking all this mad shit, even though he wasn't doing absolutely crazy. I dropped more kills than the dude, and I was just playing calmly. But that's what people want to watch today in Rebirth is like the turn me up, chat, blah, 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 blah. And I don't get it. What? And I just couldn't do that. I knew I couldn't do that. It's not me. That's not me.
Exactly.
I'm not like the I'm not gonna fake my own personality to get 10,000 subs on Twitch. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be
like a
myself.
copy paste formula everyone's following. Like if there's a decent player, all you gotta do is just start saying, "Turn me up, for real, dead ass, let's go." If you put those in your vocabulary, you'll go off. It's so bland. It's so overdone. Like you've seen on my Twitter. Like I make skits where I am just being authentic. I'm being an absolute fuckhead, and those skits have kind of blown up. Like that's because I'm presenting myself in a different way. I'm not just being like, let's say I upload a montage of like clips. Instead of saying, "Let's go, baby, turn me up, bro," it's like me just yelling, or me in front of a green screen, like, "Look at that motherfucker running over there. Ooh, look at that!" Like, I'm just reacting in a different way. Like it's, yeah.
And
I could go on a tangent. I'm going on a tangent. I need to stop. This is a show for you right now, not me. So.
No, don't fuck. No, hell, boost yourself. What the hell? Nah. This is both our show.
This is the first person creator showcase, not the Aussie Menace showcase. Come on, you're the main event.
But I will say though, and like that's the most important part about content creation. It's just being true to yourself. Even if like you're faking your personality to get tens of thousands of subs on Twitch, whatever. How long will that last? How long will that really? Because I want to check where he's at now. I want to see how he's still doing. Because maybe he's still on Rebirth Island doing the exact same thing. That's not gonna last forever. The gaming world is always evolving, always changing. Especially like Modern Warfare 2, for example. It's not gonna last forever. Finding your personality within your own content creation is the most important thing you can do ever for yourself. For me, example, search and destroy content. Search and destroy content for me has been so enjoyable, and we'll talk. I think you'll mention this. We'll probably talk about it in the podcast about MW2. Dude, when I play games by myself, offline, chilling here in the morning with a cup of coffee, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself while I game, and that is the content I'm producing on YouTube. That's just, and nice. It's natural. It's my personality, and it's just works. It's been working, and that's the best thing any content creator can like experience today.
That's what I like about you. Like you can tell you're very genuine. Like if I enter your stream, which is rarely because time zones, right? But if I manage to catch your stream, I see Numbster. I just see this guy chilling, being authentic. Being a cool bloke, to be honest. Like in all honesty, just a really cool bloke. Not just some cookie cutter. Turn me up, baby. Let's go for real. Just you've got a genuine personality, and that's why I stay and watch. Like I'm not throwing shade, but like I'm not going to name any names, but like there's this one Rebirth player who everyone loves. He's huge. He's massive. I entered this stream once, and in literally the first 15 seconds, I heard the words, "Turn me up, baby, let's go, dead ass, for real chat." And I was like, that's it. That's the fucking 5 moves. That's the 5 words of doom there. Goodbye. Blocked. Not blocked, but like, goodbye.
And within 10 seconds, okay, this is fucking fake.
That's the most fake personality I've ever seen in my life. You can tell when people are being fake.
And you really can nowadays. You really, really can. And I've always been, I'm always, playing video games. I've always played video games. I mean, quite literally, do you know RuneScape? I have to ask this question now because we're the same age. So, but some of the times I have to ask people because like they don't know. I quite literally played RuneScape in 2007. The peak of old school RuneScape I played in 2007 on my dad's broke ass Dell desktop. I've always loved video games. I really have. I've always been a gamer to heart. And, I'm never going to, play games differently. I'm just going to be who I am and play video games. And if people want to watch me, people can watch me. But I'm going to enjoy myself in the moment like I have since I was fucking 8 years old.
Absolutely. That's such a healthy mindset to have as well. Excuse me, I just got a cough.
And that's why I quit. And that's why I quit Rebirth. Because I knew where that shit was heading. And I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, fuck that. Peace.
Yeah, like if you're not in the top 0.1% of Rebirth players and you don't have that fake personality, nothing's going to set you apart. There are people that are in the top 1% that have the personality that sets them apart. Like they're absolute unicorns and they're recognized on a bigger scale. Like look at Raiden, for example. He doesn't do any of that shit. He's just this chaotic fucking kid who's just doing shit left, right, and center. He can't keep up with his streams, but he's that good, and it's so entertaining. It's so good. I love Raiden.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I've known Raiden ever since, dude, 2019 maybe. Oh man, we were hell. Hopefully he comes on the podcast. That'd be fucking fun.
I'd
But we were
love that.
even
That'd be awesome.
we were in the same sniping team. Like I was in a sniping team when MW 2019
Ooh.
first dropped, and he joined not as a sniper, but just as a content creator. And I've known him since he first got affiliated on Twitch. I mean, he's dude, Raiden's he's one hell of a hell of a player. But
Oh
he's
yeah.
also he has one of the most unique personalities you'll ever even fucking see.
Yeah.
Um
Absolutely. I
and
took a
you
lot of
know,
inspiration from him actually.
yeah, and that's good. And that's good. That's the inspiration you need to be taking from is like people that are actually expressing their actual personalities on Twitch.
Exactly.
The
I
people
don't have to be the turn me
because
up
that is
baby guy.
rare.
I can be someone else. I can be me.
And hell, you know what? Unfortunately, that's the thing that works nowadays. But the rarest thing nowadays, and on all honesty, and the most disappointing thing nowadays, is that the people that are so genuine in their content creation and their streams and whatnot aren't the ones getting the attention that they deserve deeply.
Yep, I agree.
And that is the unfortunate event of content creation nowadays. It used to be different. It used to be different. I used to watch content creation. God, Rooster. Do you remember man? I used to watch Rooster Teeth Let's Play.
Rooster Teeth, that's going way back.
I mean,
Jesus.
way back. We're talking. Yeah,
You're making me. Oh my back, man! Fuck. Oh damn.
Listen, I've been here for a while. I can bring up some names. Do you remember X Toy Soldier X Modern Warfare 2 Sniper? I mean, like
No, I
can
don't
keep
actually.
going. Chris Smooth. I mean,
Minnesota Burns. That's a fucking.
Oh, yeah.
That's a deep one. That's an old one.
That's a deep one. That's a
Talk about
deep one.
Wildcat and Vanos and everything. Holy shit.
But you know,
I'm so old.
you know, actually, think about the one content creator that stayed true to himself that actually made it today. There's only really one that I can actually think of.
Who?
Do you know? I'm just curious.
No,
Jev.
who?
FaZe Jev.
Yes! Oh my god, I should have known that. Jev is like the only legit. That's the only person in FaZe I like. The rest of them are just the most fake personalities. Have you?
I have played with Jev before.
Oh my god.
Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360. It was. I remember this because I was like a little kid and I was freaking out. We partied up and we played Modern Warfare 3 Arcaden Ground War, and Jev's account got hacked.
Oh
and actually,
my god.
if I could ever ask him, he'd probably remember. His account got hacked. He had God mode, and all of his classes were customized, and they were like the rainbow text and everything. But we played together. We played a couple games together, and yeah, it was a.
How did that come about? How did that come? That's insane.
I was playing with a friend, and they knew Jev, and Jev was like, "Yeah, let me hop in," and he hopped in, and we were having a great time. I actually played with not even Jev. I actually played with I Am Wild. Do you know I Am Wildcat?
I mentioned him just before. Yeah.
Yeah, I played some Search and Destroy with him on MW 2019 for a little bit too. That was a
holy shit.
That's actually one of the videos I actually have a clip.
Oh my god.
I would say I'm famous, but I've run across some famous individuals that have changed. Individuals that have like altered, that have left a really big mark in content creation and just YouTube and videos and stuff like that. That's those are I think those are my two favorites that I've actually played with. I played with a couple others, but those are my two like milestone ones.
That's fun. That is awesome. I'm jealous as hell, but that's fucking awesome. You want to know something funny? We are half an hour into the show. You have about 15 minutes left, and we just went through the first dot point out of so many. So I want to highlight just some like important parts of the show. There's one key, like I'm calling this like the main event of the show, the Desert Island FPS. That's like my most important thing of the show from now on. So we'll do that, and then we'll go through, I reckon, probably some Twitter Q&A, and then some final thoughts. What do you think?
You got it. If you want to run 10 minutes over, by the way, we're good.
Okay, cool.
10 minutes is 10 minutes.
How about 4 hours? Would that work for you?
Pretty much, yeah, at this point. We're going to go 2 in the morning. I'll go make myself a couple more cocktails before then, but we'll be good.
Oh, I can do with one of those. All right, we'll get into Desert Island FPS. So if you were stranded on a desert island with only 3 first-person shooter games to play for the rest of your life, and in this scenario you have, fiber internet, it's super quick, servers are as populated as they were at their prime, right? What are your 3 first-person shooter games you're taking to the island, and why?
Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, because trick shotting back then, that was my thing. I was really good at it, and I was hitting some. At the time, they were called bills. I was hitting bills.
Bills.
I could actually, if you want, I could screen share some of the clips. I could actually show you.
Ooh.
The second Modern Warfare 3, had a blast playing that with the homies. Drop zone sniper lobbies were just too much fun to give up.
Oh, drop zone and that's a holy shit! I forgot about that. I love drop zone in Modern Warfare 3.
I've
Modern
got
Warfare 3 is
clips
probably
too.
my most played Call of Duty on console was Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
I
same
played
here.
so much of that. It's such a good game.
And I was sniper central. I never put down the MSR. Never put down the MSR. My best clip on MW3 was I have it. I still remember it. 7 swap multi MSR with a no scope in the middle collider. Oh, I'll show you if you want. If you want, I can show you. I have it. I know exactly where it is. I can show you.
Okay, you know what?
MW2, MW3.
We'll do this right now. I think listeners, watchers, whatever, this might not work, but we'll see. If he screen shares, it should come up. Hopefully.
All right, let me see. I got it. Past videos. I just need to go to mini montages and montages. Blizzard. This was like my old title of my old montage because Numbster, Numb, Cold, Blizzard, kind of all tied together. MW3 sniping, and I got you. We're gonna go to the closer 7 multi swap. The audio is a little bit off. Okay, the audio is a bit. This.
That's all right.
By the way,
That's all right.
the clip is from 2015, so you can't really hate on it too much. But I got you. Okay.
2015. Jeez, we're getting old.
So this is when Numb was actually on Xbox 360 playing on the roller. Let me know if you can
Do you reckon if you turn your camera off, that should?
You got it.
Oh no, wait. And if I go show, and then go on stream, boom. All right, cool, that worked.
There we go. All right, here we go. Play through.
The memories, man.
My name is still Numbster at this time, by the way. Numbster,
oh my God.
literally.
Hell yeah. That's just taking me back. Oh, that was slutty. My God. Fucking
And
hell.
of course, I had to give the freak out. I mean, like I started freaking out. But yeah, of course, I was camping. Now listen, I was camping tack insertions. I was camping individuals.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. At the time, man, it was I was freaking out as a kid. I mean, 15, 16 years old. I mean, can't blame me. But yeah, I've been saving clips since then.
Hell yeah, that's fucking sick.
And I was Numbster back then too. I was Numbster back then. I'm still Numbster now.
Well, back in Modern Warfare 3, I was shout out to Jets streams. I was in the Jets sniping clan. Man, that was fun. Like it was like capital J, lowercase e, capital T, Z. And I was streams. I thought streams sounded cool, like jet streams. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. That's awesome. That is a very small memory that I have because like that account I lost access to. I was jet streams for like 3 months. That 3 months, man, like we would play every night with just everyone. We'd be gold MSR sniping, and then like custom terminal lobbies where we just try to get trick shots. So much fun, man. Take me back.
Oh, yeah.
Take me
way back, dude. Yeah, and I have to say I think the last first person shooter I had to bring on my deserted island with fiber internet. Fuck yeah. Oh, this is gonna sound bad, but I'll justify it. Modern Warfare 2, 2022, the new one.
Oh, okay, all right. That's
just came out. Plenty of content to be made.
That's a spicy take. That's a spicy take because we haven't seen much of Modern Warfare 2 yet.
I'm willing to take that take. I'm willing to own up to that take.
I'm gonna sneeze while you explain yourself.
It's a new game. There's plenty of content to be made, especially with the search and destroy category. I mean, let alone all the gun builds you can do. I mean, how many videos in search and destroy blew up or that were entertaining when you built the max recoil AK-47? I mean, you can do that with 52 weapons. It's
free content to Gunsmith.
Yeah, exactly.
Free content.
Free content.
That's why they'll never go back to not having the Gunsmith, because like you can make so many videos on that, and the more videos you make, the more eyes on Call of Duty.
Yep,
I think it's one of the best changes that's ever made. Because I've said this a few times now. One of the games to take out on my island, if I was to make an island, is Modern Warfare 2019. That's my favorite COD of all time.
Fair enough.
That's a hot take. That's my favorite COD of all time. That's the COD I did the best in. the COD I have some of the best memories in. It was my first ever mastery camo, my first keyboard and mouse game. Yeah, it was so good. But
Fair.
you continue
If
on
it
with your
wasn't,
Modern Warfare 2 because that is spicy.
it is spicy, and it really is. But there is a part of MW2 that kind of brings me back to the nostalgic of the old Call of Duties that I loved, honestly. Now, it is a hot take, don't get me wrong. The reason people don't like the game is because for the last 3 years, literally 3 years, we've been spoiled with the movement mechanics of slide canceling and all that shit. The developers marked it as exploits and they removed it, right? So the 3 years of, normality that we were used to are just gone now, and that's why a lot of people hate the game. It's like, what the fuck happened? Like, what? Like, you just took away that people were not used to that. I used to play Call of Duty I started on fucking COD 2 on a desktop computer. I used to play
Not gonna be
COD
fucking
4.
slide cancel B hopping in COD 2, that's for sure.
Yeah, there was other cool movement mechanics like the bounces and shit like that. That was dope. But like, there was no slide canceling. There was no, like other, like, what's that new thing? There's some new thing in Warzone where you can glide in and like bounce off and then glide.
Oh,
There was
that
nothing
super
like
gliding
that.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There was
Yeah.
nothing like that. There was nothing like that. In MW2, kind of like, don't get me wrong, but like there is sliding, there is like dolphin diving, stuff like that. But overall, like it reminds me a little bit of like the old COD days, and I think that's why I kind of like it. And you kind of tie in like the gunsmith of like MW 2019, but with a more of a twist and everything. I think honestly, MW2 is great. That's just that's a hot take.
This can branch into our next point, which is thoughts on Modern Warfare 2, because I thoroughly agree. I have been really enjoying this game. It's like I've said this a couple times. I've made this thread on Twitter. If you go Aussie Menace TTV on Twitter, TTV I know cringe, some can't talk the Aussie Menace at, but I made a thread and it was basically saying like, here's my thread on my thoughts on Modern Warfare 2, and it basically hit the points of give up on wanting Call of Duty to be Call of Duty because that's not how it is anymore. This is not Call of Duty anymore. This is a whole new FPS game. Not going to get rid of SBMM, not going to get rid of aim assist, deal with it. Take it for what it is. That's what I've done. Gone into it, don't care about my stats, don't care how well I play, I just want to have fun with the boys, right? One of the things I highlight is it feels like COD 4, and I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're just running around and just shooting. You don't have to fucking get arthritis doing this, like, spamming this. You can just hold W, sprint, jump, and just shoot your gun. And I like that. I like yesterday, I could actually, when I'm trying hard, I cross my legs and I lean forward on my chair. Last night I was playing, I was leaning back, I was just chilling. I was leveling up a shotgun, I was just chilling. Like, I did not give a fuck. Can't do that in Modern Warfare 2019, that's for sure.
No, you can't. And that's
spicy take. I like Modern Warfare 2.
And that's the thing. A lot of people nowadays, they want the skill gap. And arguably, you want to know when a good player is gonna like it differentiates from a normal player or whatnot. The thing is that it's a new game. There's new mechanics. It's just like you said, take it as a new game.
Yep.
Right? There are ways to differentiate yourself from an average player, right? And if you want to be an average player, you can be an average player. There are multitudes of ways to just be a good player. Now, in all honesty, the skill gap, like, listen, a lot of us aren't going to go pro. First off, mouse and keyboard. There's not really a pro scene for mouse and keyboard, right?
Exactly.
And Scump out here already shitting on controllers from that one tweet I tweeted out. So
if
CDL is
control players have any kind of argument after that, then you just shut the fuck up. If Scump, the #1 Call of Duty player in the world, arguably, is saying that it's broken, then, well, it's fucking broken. Simple as that. Accept it.
And the funny thing is, I actually saw a lot more tweets like agreeing than disagreeing, like with all the impressions I was getting, which was nuts. I was like, wow. I was like, look at that, how the tides have turned. And it's
self-conscious.
literally.
The sentient. What?
But the thing is, though, listen, I'm not VPNing in Modern Warfare 2. You like, I'm not VPNing. I'm not doing anything like to alter my SBMM, right? And like, I would say like some of the gameplays I'm doing, like I almost dropped a 27 kill game on Search and Destroy the other day with the fucking Lockman. So there are ways to differentiate yourself from the normal player. Like there doesn't need to be a huge there doesn't need to be the crazy movement we were blessed with Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone and Rebirth. There are different ways that you can adapt as a player to become a really, really good player in your content and like your gameplay. And people are just kind of like not accepting that, and they're kind of just complaining about that, but there's just ways you can do better. And I think with what, like you said, the leveling, the gunsmith, the game modes. I mean, now don't get me wrong, DMZ is kind of shit, but hopefully they make changes.
I'm looking forward to
Like,
giving it a try at least. It's free.
same.
So
Same.
I'll
Exactly.
try
I'm gonna
it.
give it a try. It's free. Exactly. I'll try it. It might not be the best game mode in the world, but we'll see. There's a ton of stuff offered for you to differentiate yourself, and that's like just the key thing. And I think I've been doing that pretty nicely. I think I've been able to do that so far. And you know, I think Modern Warfare 2 is gonna stay around. No one have you now.
Yep.
Here's the thing too. When Vanguard was released, how many people went back to MW 2019?
I've been playing MW19 for the past 3 years. Put it that way. And I am
Exactly. Because you're satisfied with MW2. When people weren't when most of the people weren't satisfied with Vanguard, they went right back to the MW 2019. Same thing with Cold War. MW2, I have not heard a single pip out of anyone saying that they're going back to MW 2019in. And
if
right
you
there
are,
just
that's fucking crazy. I could not do another year of that. No way.
I couldn't.
Not
I
happening.
couldn't.
Hey, you really hit the nail on the head with that as well. Like, Modern Warfare 2019 was my first COD on keyboard and mouse, right? And I'm not one of those people that picked up a keyboard and mouse and all of a sudden was just, oh my god, I was built for this. I'm insane. Like, I know CX Robin was playing keyboard and mouse for like a year before he made it into RA or something like that. He hasn't been on it for very long. But I played, for the past 3 years I've gone back to Modern Warfare 2019, done a little bit. I've never dropped a nuke on it. I dropped 2 nukes in Vanguard. That's the only COD I've ever nuked in. Mm-hmm. Right, but Modern Warfare 2019, I just never was able to, like, SBMM or like crap. I just couldn't do it. In Modern Warfare 2, I picked up a Kastov 7.62, which granted is a very strong gun. I was playing Ground War, and I wasn't exploiting movement. I was just aiming, and I got a 26 on my first game with the Kastov. I died on 26, and I died because of no reg, which is great. But I never would have been able to get that high in Modern Warfare 2019. Like, it feels so natural in Modern Warfare 2. My aim was pinpoint. Like, I put up a cliptage on my Twitter, and I'm starting to hit these fucking insane 90-degree flicks, 180 flicks. I'm like, I feel like, okay, here's a very bold statement. If I'm ever going to make it into revosect or revosect red, it's this year, like this COD.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh, totally.
Because
totally.
I feel like I'm starting to prioritize aim. And in order to do well in Modern Warfare 2, you have to have good aim. Because you can't exploit movement anymore. So you have to have good aim. It's going to really separate the men from the boys, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Aim is the biggest part. The other part is just knowing the angles, especially in search.
Yeah. Big time.
Search. I have gone through and dissected every single angle possible known to man to drop gameplays currently in search. It took a while, but I've been able to like do well with it. But yes, this COD, anyone that's going for red or RA in general, the aim is going to be huge in this game. That will definitely be that. I guess I could even add on to that. Like, to get into RA red and revosect, it depends what you do. Like, if you're into the aim labs thing, we have that. We have the aim lab, competitors out there that are fucking nuts at the scenarios. We also have the content team.
Soulsy, I don't know how they do it.
I lose my mind after 30 minutes of fucking clicking dots.
I can do maybe 30 minutes a week total. That's it. That's enough for me.
And like the content team though, like, you don't have to have the craziest aim in the world. I think the most important part about the content team is just knowing that you're pushing out, content. Uploading YouTube videos, making Twitch streams and everything. Obviously, aim is very important still. Obviously, we're still talking about RA.
Oh yeah.
But it's not the biggest thing. The biggest tip I give to anyone going for RA red or RA in general is just making sure you're producing content, good content, and just showing off your technical skills on keyboard and mouse.
Yep.
And that's it.
Well,
because we're always looking. We really are.
Here's a little inside scoop. I was like 95%, I think, locked into RA red. It was going to happen. The only reason it didn't is I didn't have consistent content. And I'm not the best aimer in the world. I'm pretty good, but I'm not the best. I'm not revosect level. but I have like, my skits and my green screen shit. I think that's what set me apart. And that was kind of like the kick I needed, because the Rays basically said like, look, you don't have any consistent content. I'm like, yeah, that's a fair point, And then this podcast had been on my mind for literally months, but I never did it because like I was so scared. Like I didn't know how to do it, didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to be consistent. I was just freaking out. And then it's like I had this thing where I was almost in this team that I'm dreaming of joining one day. Like I have so much love for everyone in those teams, and I call it a bit of an obsession. Like I really like everything they do. Like that's why I'm a Discord mod in revosect now. Like that's huge, and I want to be real serious with that role as well, and provide something to the team. Wherever I can help out, I would like to help out. But that was kind of the kick in the balls I needed. Like I needed to start doing something. And I was like, you know what, this podcast idea, I'm fucking jumping on it. I'm actually going to do it. I'm not just going to think about it and say it, because like the longer I think about it and say I'm going to do it, or say to myself I'm going to do it, someone else is going to swoop in and take the opportunity. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to I'm going to go balls deep in it, and it's been fucking fantastic so far. Like I missed last week because I was sick, but like I'm consistent, I'm excited, and I'm reaching out in advance, planning. And hey, this is my content. Welcome. This is my brain baby.
Differentiates you from everyone else is the podcast, the content you create, and that's what RA is kind of looking for. I mean, seriously.
Rub my hands together on that one. But yeah, like this is not me saying, put me in RA. I want to be in RA. Like I will say it is a dream. I'd love to, but I want it to happen organically. I'm not forcing my way in. If I'm ever good enough, that'd be great.
And that ties back into the beginning of where we were talking about content creation. The rare breed of people that are staying true to themselves are the best content creators.
I agree. All right. That's Desert Island FPS. That's Thoughts on Modern Warfare 2. We can stretch out another 10 minutes or so, do you reckon?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, cool. We'll get into the Twitter Q&A. So I put out a tweet on the @FPCS Podcast account. These are the dumbest questions I've ever seen in my life. But hey, we're going to do it because it's a bit of fun, right? It's a bit of fun.
Right, exactly.
All right, so question number one, which is actually a serious question from J-Style. What drove / inspired you to be not just a decent player, but one that could be considered at the highest level with your aim?
Oh, man. Fucking Jay with the goddamn question. It's always Jay, too. God damn it, Jay. Literally, this man's like out here fucking asking the goddamn questions. So, I always was into the aiming scene with CSGO, because obviously CSGO, kind of like Modern Warfare 2, is like your aim is very important, but also game sense and like holding angles and knowing where enemies peek from. Let me read this question.
Hey, you got him thinking, man.
I have to think about it, because in all honesty, I never thought I had the craziest aim. I really didn't. I never thought I had the craziest aim, or if I was as good as before RA Team EXE players or RA players. But what really inspired me to have good aim was just the overall technicality, the technical skill that players need to have good aim in video games. Like everyone can play on mouse and keyboard. Everyone can be a decent player on mouse and keyboard. But what differentiates you from a decent another player because of your aim? I always, at that point when I started watching Reddit clips and Twitter clips of people aiming on Call of Duty, I was like, wow, it's they have crazy control. They know how to control their aim in a Call of Duty. They know how to actually they know how to differentiate themselves from other players. And at that point, I was like, wow. It's I wonder if I can do that. How can I get my aim to that point where I can be that crazy, that controlled, that nuts. And ever since then, I was just always okay, let me try to make my aim. Where can I work on? Went back to my recordings, went to go see where I was fucking up at, and so on and so forth. Fucking Jay, dude. Love you, Jay. But damn, what a question.
We love Jay.
We love Jay. We do. We love Jay.
I actually was in. This is kind of on topic, but kind of off topic. I was actually introduced to the aiming scene because when I started playing in 2019 on a keyboard and mouse, as I said, first Call of Duty on keyboard and mouse, I came across this YouTuber Exoghost and the shit that he did, what the
Yep.
fuck? I didn't think that was humanly possible. But like, it was weird because I'm like, this is not humanly possible. But I knew he wasn't cheating for some reason. Like, I just knew. Like, I was a casual. I was a filthy casual who just came from controller. I didn't think those things were possible. But like, most casuals are like, they see someone like Exoghost, like, oh, they're definitely cheating. They're 100% cheating. But for some reason, I knew he wasn't. And I was addicted to his content. And like, from there, I became, not obsessed, but like really interested in the AIM scene. And then like, I came across Team EXE. And seeing everyone Team EXE, I'm like, that's it. I am putting my all into this. I'm going to join Team EXE one day. And I was so upset when they broke up. Well, not broke up, but like, ended. But then I became obsessed with the revosect. And look where we are now.
Can I explain this actually, how I joined RA?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
It was just perfect coincidence. This is when I was really focusing on my tracking. I think I never asked actually to anyone, even my community. I never asked this. I never asked like what people knew me for aim wise. Like, did you know me for my target switching? Do you know me for my tracking, my close range tracking? I think I really improved on my long range tracking was the big one. I've got some of the tracking clips I've gotten in Warzone were just fucking bonkers. I mean bonkers. Like I like, even I watch them nowadays and I'm like, holy shit. Like, am I not cheating? Like, what's going on? But yeah, dude, it's like I saw default. The tracking of default, and I was like, holy shit, that is nuts. Like, the amount of control.
Yeah.
But I knew he wasn't cheating. I knew he wasn't cheating because I know that was possible. And the videos like that, like Exo goes, I was like, I really need to try. Like, I want to see how far I can push myself and see how much discipline I can give myself to actually achieve something like that. Not exactly like that, because everyone's different from each other, but exactly like that. Like, or something similar to that, sorry.
Yeah. I used to remember one time you uploaded a little clip from Rebirth, and this is on Twitter, and it was like you tracking this guy out of the air, and then he goes behind the water tower, like the big sniper tower, whatever, and then you keep tracking him through it, and then he comes out on the other side, and you still do it, and you get the kill. I was like, holy fuck, that actually inspired me. I'm like, oh, I want to do that, because like I feel like my tracking is probably better than my target switching or my flicking. So there was this clip I got on Caldera a couple of days ago, where this guy dropped in. I had my M13. I don't know if you remember it, but I quote tweeted it with this clip. And he went into the trees and I lost him. But I kept the path and I just went straight through the trees and killed him. I was like, I didn't think that was possible because I saw you do it. I'm like, that's insane. That's like fucking no way I'll ever do that. And then I hit that and I freaked out. The first thing I did was like, I clipped it. I'm like, I've got to show Numbster that. I have to.
Yeah, I think I do remember this. You quote tweeted. I think I do remember this.
It
was a little bit ago, but I think I do.
It was so satisfying. But yeah, you're tracking like that took me ages to get that clip, but you can just do that. Like, click your fingers. I'll just join your stream. You're like, just tracking
and you know what?
easily.
And I was just like, I was into it. I think honestly, I don't know if it was default or someone else, but the tracking was just something I was like, man, I want to do that. I was like, I want to like get that long range tracking like down to the T. And with enough like discipline and practice, I was able to, get that. And like you said, I remember, I forgot, I dropped in, I got that tracking clip. I forgot what gun it was, but I do remember the clip you're talking about. And
it was STG actually.
Like, was it the STG?
I think it was.
You're right.
It was
3 times, I think. I think it was 3 times. But yeah, I seen that. I was just, and like, it's nice, like, you watch all these players like EXO, for example, default, and you're like, wow, I want to do that. And like, you put the time in, the effort in, and you just ultimately, like, when you hit a clip like that, for example, like you did on Caldera, you're like, holy shit, I fucking did it. And like, you just get like this fucking satisfaction. You're like, wow, it's like, I did it. Like I did something like that. And you just keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. And then it just becomes a normality within your aim.
Exactly. That's what I love about keyboard and mouse. Like, I know we go. Oh God, we're not going into the AA debate. This is not me complaining about aim assist. I love controller.
We can go for a bit longer. We're good, by the way. Time-wise, okay, cool. We're good.
Like, I have a lot of friends who play controller. I played controller for a long time. Nothing wrong with it. If you want to play controller, that's completely fine. But for the clip I got, I didn't have to just do this, and then like maybe do this and this with my fucking movement thumb and get the free tracking, right? I had to literally get my mouse. This is a long ass clip. I had to get my mouse and I had to do this with my arm. Like I had to do this massive movement, and it had to be pixel perfect, and it was. I hit every bullet.
Right.
There's so much it's so gratifying doing that rather than that. I don't know. That's my take on it.
And you know what? To every single mouse and keyboard player fucking out there, seriously, you can only. I just hit my fucking mute button. It's okay. Yeah, that's that for other people. That's my mute button right there. You can only imagine how small do you think that laser is, pixel wise, like on a mouse pad? It is
Very
quite
small
literally
laser.
very small. And when you hit a crazy clip like that, you quite literally did something perfect. Almost perfect. There is one tracking clip in my existence of Warzone that I did something like absolutely perfect, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "You can't like here's and now all love to controller players. Don't even like no hate to controller players if you want to play on controller, whatever. To do like pixel perfect tracking on keyboard and mouse is something special. Something
Very
really,
special.
really, really special.
It's not something you can do consistently either. I don't care how good you are. You're not going to do that every time. That's you got to hit the Goldilocks zone.
There's one tracking clip I got on. It was in Plunder. It's in fucking with an M13 with a GI mini reflex sight. I was playing with my fucking girlfriend at the time, and I tracked this dude pixel fucking perfect the entire way through. And after watching that clip, I was like, holy shit! I was like, I did that perfectly. Not a pixel missed. And I was like, the amount in like thinking about it, seriously thinking about like if anyone's high and you think about this, it'll blow your fucking mind. But like just knowing that you tracked that person with your arm the entire way down your mouse pad, pixel perfect with that small laser, not missing a single fucking spot, is something you should be fucking proud of.
Oh yeah,
seriously,
it's fucking hard to do.
It really is.
There's
nothing else to it. And I think a lot of players struggle to realize that, like how difficult playing on mouse and keyboard is compared to a controller. And like I said, I love my controller players. Shout out to all the controller players. But hear me out. Playing Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard nowadays is like playing campaign on veteran. Or even realism compared to controller where they're playing on cool.
Yeah, I can see that comparison.
We have the harder time, but we still get the job done regardless. Even though controller sometimes has a little bit of the assistance. If you get the drift, they still get the job done as well. But we have.
Now they get drift, all right.
True. But yeah, that's man. It's a lot to take in as a mouse and keyboard player. And there's fucking Halo, of course.
Of course, love Halo. All right.
Oh, we love Halo.
Question number 2 from Kaiser. Where are they?
Southern Guatemala.
That's it. Halo. Why hot?
Why hot?
Why hot?
You can ask my mom. I don't. Like it's the angle. First off, like there's a certain angle that I look more pleasing from. So this is the angle the camera stays in. Honestly, if the angle came from this side, I look ugly as shit. It's just all about the hair too. But yeah, I've never saw myself as hot. But Halo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Much love.
I'd say yeah, you're pretty hot. You got a defined chin and jaw. I'm just round. I weigh 90 kilos, cunt. I'm still bulking, so like it's just an extra kilo being put on my face.
You want to see though a photo, dog? Here, you see this right now, right here. Can I show you a photo real quick on my camera?
Yep.
I took this literally yesterday.
God damn, it's so sexy.
Yeah, you see that chin right there? Yeah, it's not all glamorous, but you
see that chiseled chin lines, plural.
More chins than a Chinese phone book out here.
All right, number 4 from Arliss. Whenever you feel you've hit a wall with your mechanical skill, i.e. feeling like aim is really bad, what do you do to escape? And that's a really weird question. Not Halo. Arliss, you're about 15 years old, and it really shows in that question. What do you do to escape?
The boy Arliss. Hello, Arliss.
I love Arliss.
Oh, he's so great. when I hit a wall, honestly, sometimes like it used to be back then, like if I hit a wall with my aim, I got off the game. I did actually aim training. I never did that much aim training. I hopped on for 30 minutes and just hopped off in general. Nowadays, if I feel like my aim is off, I will literally get up. I will go do something. I'll have breakfast. I'll go fucking read. I'll do homework. I'll go to the gym and I'll come back and I'll sit down and go back to gaming. And it usually is okay. I distract myself from gaming because I think too much about gaming and my aim, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you need a mental
I get
reset
too hyper
every now and again.
focused. I get too hyper focused on like the aiming aspect of things where I'll just my aim will fuck up, for example, and then like I'm like, okay, this is not good. Let me go reset and I'll come right back. And usually most of the time if I go for a walk, if I go for a bike ride, go study, do homework, go to the gym, I come right back and I'm good to go again.
Yep.
That's how I fix that mental block or that mechanical block with aiming.
I'm going to have just a little bit of quick input on that question as well. If I feel like I've hit a wall, I'll either one, change games for a little bit, or literally stop playing keyboard and mouse and go play fucking God of War for like a few days.
That too.
I'll take myself away from the situation. Like when I was doing absolutely dog shit in Rebirth, I literally stopped playing for like a week. I went and played Valorant for a week and just enjoyed that and came back and all of a sudden it was just easy. And when I got my SkyPad, oh my god, change your peripherals. Whew, SkyPad changed.
Do you have the 3.0?
I do.
Okay. Did you ever have the 2.0 version?
No, I went from a Logitech, was it like G640 or whatever it's called, like that cloth pad, to a SkyPad. The first week, I was like, my aim was literally like, I was having a seizure. I couldn't stay stable, but now the things I can do on a SkyPad, oh my god. Insane.
So literally, I had a 2.0, which my brother has currently, and I upgraded to the 3.0. Even then, the 2.0 to the 3.0 is a mind-boggling difference. The 3.0 is so smooth. If you got a 2.0, you'd be like, "What the hell is this?" It's gritty. It's great. It's glass, but it's gritty. The 3.0 is fucking smooth through and through. It's like because I thought like with when I had the 2.0 version, I was like, how can they do any better? And then they came out the 3.0 version. I was like, fuck, how can they do better? So
I don't know where they're gonna go with a 4. Because this is fucking good. The 3 is just like pinnacle.
With the 4.0, it's gonna be fucking levitating. It's gonna be like literally just above the mouse pad.
It's gonna be like millimeter thin.
Literally,
somehow.
It's gonna be like a concurrent, like just like flow of air.
4.0 is literally air. Or made out of aerogel, maybe.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that could work.
Aerogel skates for your mouse. That'd be fire.
Oh, you might be onto something there. Hang on.
Yeah, instead of using Windows on your SkyPad, just get some
aerogel skates. That could be something. Imagine the smoothness. Oh my god.
We're actually out here developing new products.
Yeah, you heard it here first on the First Person Great Showcase podcast. Changing the scene. All right, number 5, also from Alice. As a decently known aimer that does Call of Duty videos around their aim, what do you think sets you apart from other creators that have the same style? And we've kind of hit this, but if you want to have anything else to contribute to that, go ahead.
Yeah, like we said before, content nowadays, most people like to watch the same thing of the turn me up, Timmy, blah, 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 blah. But like, everyone can have like similar aim. I think I play at a pretty slow sense, like centimeters per 360 wise, I play at 43, which is like like a little slow. I would say the average is about like 30, give or take. Like 25 to 30 centimeters per 360. 43 is a little kind of approaching that slowish area. I've always been a crackhead. I always try to play fast, regardless of how slow my sense is. I always try to play fast as hell. So there's that. That's the one part that I think kind of sets me apart. The other thing too is just the personality, the content that I create, just like the overall like atmosphere of videos and streams is just like, it's just me, Numbster the Dumpster. Hello, I'm here.
Numbster the Dumpster.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing, I'm not faking anything. This is how I am when I play video games. This is how I am when I talk and stuff like that. So I think that's like the one thing that like, differentiates myself like as an aimer compared to others.
Staying genuine to yourself.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, we got a fucking little cluster from Arliss as well. YDs.
Yep. Right on these
YDs.
nuts.
Yep.
Right on these nuts.
OnlyFans?
I mean, that's just it. That comes when we hit 1,000 subs on Twitch.
Everyone go to Numbster. That's NUMBSTER on Twitch and gift him subs. All right. When is chair stream? Apparently, when is chair stream?
Every day. Are you serious? Chair streams every day. When I'm out of coffee, I'm going to get another cup of coffee. You get a 30-second chair stream or like a minute chair stream every stream.
Fuck yeah. I bought this dog shit $40 chair for my setup yesterday. And it is
you know what?
fucking terrible. I have really long femur. Like,
Yeah.
my legs are so fucking long. They're hanging off. Anyway,
God.
it only covers half of my femur. So like half of my
tall
legs
are
are
you?
hanging off. I'm 6 foot tall, but I'm all leg. All leg.
All leg. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm all leg. It's ridiculous.
See, I'm 5'7" on a good day. Dog.
On a good day.
5'7".
Well, I'm
On a
6 foot on a
good
good day. I'm literally 5'11" in a bit. But if you're 5'11", may as well say you're 6 foot.
Listen,
If I hang from a bar
give it a shove.
and I let my
Yeah.
spine decompress for a minute, I will be 6 foot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was just about
Yeah.
to say. You let your
I take every
spine-
bit I can. Every bit I
Let
can.
your L6 separate real quick. You know, get your little extra inch.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, no, 5'7" on a good day. But you know, I was gonna say though, one of the things on my internship when I was working in the office, some days during the week, most of it was remote work, but I would go to the office here and there. Man, those $500 to $600 ergonomic chairs, they're
Good?
great. They're fantastic. Oh my god,
Ooh.
yeah. They're
I
expensive.
would,
they're
but I don't want
expensive.
to dump that much money on a fucking chair.
But man,
Couldn't be
I
me.
got up. I shit you not. I got up. Like I would sit there for like 3 hours, 4 hours, like I would at a gaming session. I'd get up, feel perfectly fine. No need to crack my back. Usually when I get up, I have to go, man, and like I literally, it's like a whole like
Oh yeah.
bag of chips cracked, like just getting smashed.
Yes. Bit of granite, just a bit of limestone.
Quite literally, yes.
My back is like that too. My back is always sore. I used to skateboard when I was in my teen years, and I'm still feeling the pain from that. I'm an idiot. But you know, I'm 22, passing on fucking 57.
Listen,
It is what it is.
I powerlifted competitively.
Really?
So
I want to get
yeah,
into that
actually.
because I have my first powerlifting meet next April. I'm keen as fuck.
No shit.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Here, hold on. Can I show you something real quick?
Oh shit! God damn.
USPL, that's a United States Powerlifting Association first place medal.
Oh, USPA. That's what I think USPA is what it's
Yep.
coming to my gym next April. Oh, is it USPA or APL? I'm not sure. I think it's APL.
USPA, yeah. There's like so many of them, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used to I powerlifted competitively. I competed at like 143 pounds. My lifts back then, I was and by the way, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was natural. The only thing I took was creatine. So, but if
Well,
you
that
take
creatine-
steroids, that's
Creatine
totally-
thing.
Um,
I don't have biceps. I got long arms, so I don't have biceps. Like I'm so limmy, dude. I hate it. Anyway,
Kinda,
continue.
like, my strong point's my triceps, but I deadlifted my max deadlift. So this was competition 405, squat 365, bench 235. Gym PR wise,
Eesh.
and that was 143 was how much I weighed, pounds.
That's at 143. Oh,
Yep.
I got so far to go. Fuck. So hang on. Give me
Gym
a three
PR
again. Give me a three again. I want to compare here. I'm here to compete.
So body weight was 143. I
Yep.
think it was 143.4, but I'm not even getting that technical. Deadlift was 405.
Okay. Fuck.
Squat was
Holy shit.
365.
365.
And then bench was 235. I've always had a weak chest. That's always been like the.
Your bench
the-
is fucking
the weak
good. Like I have a pretty weak chest. Okay, for reference, so okay, this just proves how much stronger you are. Because right, so if I do 90 kilos body weight times 2.2. So I weigh 198 pounds.
Okay.
Right? I haven't competed yet, so my gym totals are a 440 deadlift, a
Solid.
330 squat,
Solid.
and a 198 bench. That is
Those are great numbers, though.
But here's the thing. That's at 50 pounds heavier than you. So if I cut that much weight, I'm a weak little boy. So for you to pull those numbers at that weight, that's fucking insane. God damn.
I've always been. So the reason being was because when I moved from North Carolina to California as a sophomore in high school, I quite literally was weighing like 115 pounds. Tiny, dude. I was skinny as fuck.
Oh man, I was a fucking twig.
Yeah,
Still
I
am.
transferred to a school though that was nationally like United States known for football. Like I'm friends with people that are in the NFL right now because of my
Oh
school,
my god.
right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know all
So
the big names in gaming and fucking NFL. Who are you? Oh, fuck.
Just a guy that just fucking moved around. So when I transferred to this school, I was surrounded by these guys that were quite literally 6'3", 260. I mean, units.
That is scary.
Dude, scary. I'm
That
talking
is scary.
Guys that dude, I met some people that were like from Germany that went to this school for just football purposes, and they were thick accent units. So they kind of inspired me to like, I want to get like stronger. I want to get, like put more muscle on. And
Yeah.
the school had the program, of course, to get bigger and stronger. Not like by using steroids or anything like that, but they just had the protein, the everything down to a T. And I was able to get stronger. I did suffer an injury because I did wrestling for a little bit in high school. I minorly tore my ACL and meniscus. I was able to recover with no surgery. But after that, I got into powerlifting because I just kind of stayed on the same program, and that's how I got those numbers is because of my high school and how rigorous the strength training was. It just carried me. I was eating about 4,000 calories a day at like 143 pounds.
Yeah, that is not easy to do. People think like, oh, that's so easy to do. Sure, it's easy to do if you eat like shit. Have you ever tried 4,000 calories clean? That's fucking hard.
5 meals.
I've never done 4,000 calories hard. I clean. I'll admit, like, I put on a lot of weight because I did a dirty bulk. Because I had to. Like, I was literally 6 foot and hang on. So you were 143 pounds when you were competing. So that's 143 at 5'7", right? 6 foot. I was 132 pounds.
Holy shit!
I've put on basically 70 pounds in the past, like,
honestly,
4 years.
I'm so happy where you're at now because, dude, that's kind of.
I mean, to eat
no
so
hate.
much.
That was dangerous.
It was. Like, I literally, my missus says all the time. Like, me and the missus have been together for 5.5 years, right? At the start of the relationship, like, I sent a picture of my abs. She'd say like, "Oh my god, I love your abs," because like I had an 8-pack, the V line. I had fucking veins coming up my abs, right? But looking back, she said, like, I never enjoyed those photos because you look so unhealthy. Like, you were so skinny, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm alive, dude. I was so thin. Like, my arms right now, if you look at that, that's not impressive, right? That's not much, right?
You got muscle,
I'm not even kidding. Double the size my arms were beforehand, if not triple. I was that thin. Like, I was literally like that before.
Yeah. Well, I can even prove how small I was because like my wrists, dude, are tiny. Like I can fit my hand around it, no problem.
Oh,
tiny.
Mine have gotten a lot thicker, but like mine were so thin. I can still wrap my fingers kind of around, but like that was so thin.
Yeah. And like and like I had to put weight. I was kind of in the same boat. I was like approaching double digits. I almost was approaching like I was in the 100 pounds as a teenager, like not a teenager, but like 15, 16, 17-year-olds. I was tiny.
Holy
I was kind of in the
shit.
same boat. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, it was bad. I
You
was
know,
a gamer that
so
was stuck
we
in his room.
can relate like how fucking hard it is to put on that weight.
Yeah.
The amount of food and training I had to do.
When you want to put on that much weight, you have to eat until you feel sick.
Oh,
like
yeah.
4,000 calories clean was, dude, it was rough. And the problem too was when I was doing wrestling, I had to do that to gain weight, but to cut weight, it was just nothing. I didn't eat anything but
Yeah.
salads and water. Oh my god, I could throw up now. It was so bad.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah. Ever since I powerlifted, COVID hit. Obviously, I think right now I'm sitting at 155. But I'm last time I went to the gym, I don't think my strength has really increased. I would say my physique has, but my strength, I think I did 315 for like a set of 3 squats wise. So like my strength is kind
Oh,
of like
shit.
diminished.
That's still
But
fucking good, though.
yeah, I mean,
That's still
like,
fucking
you know,
huge.
some little back problems and some hip problems, but you know, we're still pushing.
Still pushing. We push through it. Yeah, it's all about the grind, baby. Turn me up. Let's go.
Oh, don't even give me fucking
Well, the grind, bro. For real.
Oh, baby.
No, that's
My
a
gift for
curse
the
word.
next-
Yo, chat, I'll literally down this drink for... No, actually, I'll admit I'm like that. I've downed drinks for gifted before. But that's not me saying, let's go, baby. That's me being like... I'll literally... and then just fucking... someone will drop 5. I'm like, okay, but...
Listen, I made like a ginger ale, vodka, and like lime juice. It was like basically a knockoff version of a Moscow Mule, but damn, it's pretty good.
Interesting.
If I had another one of those, I'd probably be at the same level.
I reckon after this show, I've got to go like do some shopping, meal prep, and then tonight I'm gonna sit in my new thing. I'm gonna just have a Jamison's, lime, and Coke.
Oof,
that's what I feel like.
beautiful.
I feel like one of those right now.
Have you ever had a
That'd be fucking
Nitro
great.
Pepsi, by the way?
Nitro Pepsi? Nah, what's that?
Oh my god, it's like Pepsi, but like way better, dude. It's like the smoothest Pepsi you'll ever have. If your grocery store has it, just get a single one if you can. Just have
I've
a
never
Nitro
heard of it.
Pepsi.
Never seen it.
Oh man,
We don't
like-
get any of the
it's
cool
like-
shit here. We're literally like on a fucking prison colony. We're so far away from everything.
Let me see if I can find a photo for you. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, if you can ever try a Nitro Pepsi, just
Pepsi.
give it a go. Yeah, it's like it comes in like a beige can. Oh my god, it's like I don't drink soda, but I had that and I was like, holy shit! I was like, this is fucking good.
Oh, Pepsi. Ah, new Pepsi flavor uses nitrogen to redefine cola with a creamier taste and frothier texture.
And it's
Where
true.
the fuck can I find that?
I'm-
Wait, that's 7 News? That's local news. Hang on. We released in the US. When was this? Oh, it's only new. When's it coming to Australia?
I think it is relatively new, yeah.
Australia.
But
Please.
but I'm telling you, it's like the
Huh.
best soda I've ever had. It's not it's not carbonated. It honestly isn't. But man, it's fucking delicious.
Wait, it's
for
not
some
carbonated?
reason. I don't think so. No, at least
What?
I remember at least. Yeah, no, but dude, I'm telling you. Usually, like I'm not. Usually I need some carbonation with my sodas. Dog, it was delish. Oh man, but I think it did have it had a mere 60 something grams of sugar, so it was up there.
Oh, that's a lot of sugar. Like,
Oh, it's a
cut back on
ton
that
of
shit.
sugar. It's enough
I
for a
thought it tasted
diabetic,
good, though.
but God.
Okay, I can get Nitro Pepsi here, but it's imported, so it costs $40 for a 4-pack. That's $10 a drink. God damn.
Oh my
That ain't happening. Anyone wants to
Don't do
donate
that,
40
never
bucks, go the fuck ahead.
I'll just
But
send you.
fuck
At that point, I'll just ship you a case, dude.
Bro,
Holy shit.
true. Oh my god. Alright. Alice. Do Ubi and Luna have better YYs than Alice?
Yeah, especially when they have their sweaters on, they're out here fucking breaking ankles more than Arliss could. 100% guaranteed.
Had sweaters on, that shit went straight over my head. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah,
So,
I'm done speaking
moving,
shit now.
moving on. Diaclaw. This is a very important question, right? Opinion on femboys. In brackets, especially Halo.
I think Halo's in the chat too. Hi, Halo.
Hi, Halo.
I fucking love Halo. Halo's a fucking G, another fellow search and destroy content creator. Listen, I am such
He
a
was
fucking
so fun to
understated-
talk to on my show. He was such a
I
great
actually
guest to
watched
have.
it.
That was
I
so
actually
good.
watched it. Yeah, I was like, I that was one of the first ones I watched. I was like, you know what? I was like, this is kind of lit. I was like, I kind of want to be on this.
Yes! Here you are! It's so
And
good.
here I am, motherfucker. But femboys, I don't give a fuck. listen, my brother is like, dude, I don't care. Whatever makes you fucking happy in this world, it makes you happy. Whatever you want to, like, whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be, I don't give a shit. If you're fucking happy, that's the only thing that matters to me, honestly.
Yep, I
Because
agree.
this
I do
world
agree with
is
that.
full of shit.
Oh, this world is shit. Take me
But
back to
you
Modern
know
Warfare 3
what?
trick shotting, please. It was so much simpler back
Man.
then.
Oh man, can we all just hop on MW2 for the good old times?
Please. Please. Alright, from Zwag. Or Squilch? I never known how to pronounce his name. SQLSH.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you're doing with Neuralink?
Neuralink, I think I looked into this. Being able to like control computer automated like code with like your brain.
Ugh.
Man, I'm telling you what, if I was in school and I could use Neuralink, I'm typing in a whole fucking essay within 5 minutes with Neuralink. Just
Oh.
brain to computer. Oh yeah, dude. Or coding. Coding especially. Dude, being able to like code with your brain would be kind of lit too, you know? Like I don't even know if you know any coding language, but doing like for
Oh,
loops,
nah.
if
I tried it
statements.
for one day and I'm like, I'm never doing this ever again in my life. Fuck that. I'll leave it to the pros. They can do it. I ain't doing that shit.
That is my life. That is my life, unfortunately, is going line by line of if statements and all these other
Oh.
languages, dude.
I don't know how you do it.
So
A
I'd be
big
doing
brain
that
right
with
there.
Neuralink. I'd be making my job easier with that. Yeah.
Hey, that kind of makes sense. Unfortunately, I can't weld with my brain. I actually have to use my body. So Neuralink is next to useless for me. I'm old school, man. I'm
But
old school.
maybe use Neuralink to control a robot that does the welding. Just
I
saying.
mean, maybe. I mean, it'd be good if I'm like stuck under a trailer and I have to turn my settings down. I can just like connect with the world. I'm like, yeah, turn it down, wire speed down a bit. Yep, good. All right. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
That would be fucking great, wouldn't it?
That would be. That'd be very handy. There's some like positions I have to weld in where like the last thing I want to do right now is to go fucking change my wire settings, my fucking voltage, or whatever. I don't want to get out of this
Ooh.
tiny crawl hole I've gotten myself into under the trailer. Like there's literally tiny gaps. Like I'm a 90 kilo boy. It's very tight. I'm literally there like this, like contorted, like doing this little stitch welds, getting hot spatter all over my body. Like oh my god, dude, look at my fucking. I don't know if you can see this, right? All these
Shit.
dots, these are all fucking scars
Yeah.
from welds, from like hot spatter.
Oh my.
You can't. The camera
it
doesn't
just
do it
spits on
justice.
you.
My legs are literally like polka dots. It's fucked. Some of the shit I have
my
to go through, man. My
Connect-
foot. Don't even get me started on my feet, man. Oh, gets in your boots.
The
You
next-
can't do anything about it.
I was gonna say the
Fucked.
next stream, Aussie Menace, connect the dots stream. See what image we can come out with.
Oh no, maybe something fucking
It's a
absurd.
controller.
Control. No, it's who I really am. No. All right, man. We have gone way over time. Sorry, I'm taking up too much of your time here.
No,
But this
worries,
has
dude.
been a fantastic
blast.
show. This has been an absolute blast.
Abs-
So,
Totally.
last little thing, plug away at everything. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'll go first because I want to end it on yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening to me. I don't know why you're listening to me. That's crazy. Thank you for being here. Want to follow my socials? That's at Aussie Menace TTV on Twitter. TTV cringe. I know we've been through this. Some cunt took the Aussie Menace at on Twitch. Just Aussie Menace. And if you want to follow the podcast account on Twitter, that's at FPCS Podcast. Super simple. And even on YouTube, the podcast is on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Aussie Menace. I'm going to be making more content in the future. Let me work on it. At the moment, it's all about the podcast. So, gameplay and shit, that's just for later on. That's another project for another day. Anyway, so, the most important part, forget everything I just said. Numbster, this is your chance. Get that shit out there, boy.
First, I have to say, make sure you download the podcast, listen to them, because they are a blast to be on, and they're probably way better to listen to. So if you're into Call of Duty and first-person shooter podcast, make sure to check out everything that Aussie Menace just mentioned before I did. But if
Thank
you
you,
want to
buddy.
watch Call of Duty, no, absolutely, man. If you
Much
want to watch Call of Duty
appreciated.
content, though, I always stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Numbster. I upload search and destroy content and other respawn content on Modern Warfare 2, currently on the YouTube channel. Same thing, Numbster on YouTube. But more importantly, make sure you show love and support to the podcast and all the support and effort that goes into making these podcasts, because that's the most important part. That's how we can get these. That's how Aussie Menace gets these out. So that's the most important part.
I fucking appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Like
Absolutely.
I cannot say this enough. Like, if you want to watch someone who's insane at the game and is extremely humble and has a great personality and is genuinely very entertaining to watch, you need to stop by Numbster streams. And do you do YouTube content?
What was that? Sorry.
Do you do YouTube content as well?
Oh yeah,
I think you
upload
do.
every
Yeah,
couple
of
days.
course you do. Yep. Follow him on YouTube as well. Subscribe to him. Show him the love that he deserves. Absolutely. Numbster, thank you very much for being on here, man. I've said this to every guest so far. Once this show grows, I want to get like the initial, like the founding guests to come back, maybe run it back in some way. So, in the future, I'd
Totally.
love to have you on again. Absolutely.
You
This
know,
has been a
and
blast.
I actually talked to my fiance about this. I actually talked about, and this actually might be a pretty good point to end on.
Cool.
Going into the future, obviously, you're a working man yourself. I mean, you work 55 hours a week.
Yes,
I'm gonna be
sir.
working full time as a cyber professional, doing stuff. And it's part of the things that I love to do. Besides of gaming, gaming has always been a part of my life. It's always going to be a part of my life.
In
And
the
I
same
talked to
boat,
my
man.
fiance, and I told my fiance, I was like, listen, I was like, I'm obviously going to put my job first. It's what's going to put food on the table. It's what's going to make life comfortable. And it's what's going to, like, secure our future together and obviously my future as well. But gaming is always going to be there. I'll always probably stream. I'll always make YouTube videos. I'll always do these things.
Yeah,
So,
I'm in the same
but,
boat. Like I've said to the missus, before we even moved into a house together, I'm like, look, I'm a big time gamer. Like that is my number one outside of work passion. Like this is if you don't like it, I'm sorry, they're taking it to work. But nah, she's very supportive. She listens to the podcast and nah, she's fucking fantastic. But yeah, I'm a big
exactly.
time gamer, man. Ever since my earliest memories of me playing like fucking Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1, like all my life I've
SSX,
gamed.
do you remember SSX Tricky on the PlayStation 2?
Oh, I wish I could scream. I wish I had the voice to scream right now. Dude, oh my god, I could kiss
Yeah.
you. Come here. My god, yes. Like,
Dude, I'm
not
down.
so much tricky, but like the first
007
S.
Nightfire?
Nah, not
You
that,
remember
not that.
the James Bond game? Oh, okay. Fair
Nah,
enough
I
then.
never played the 007 games. But yeah, SSX, dude. My first ever PlayStation 2 game was SSX, the original SSX. Oh
Yep.
my god,
Um,
I could talk
and
for
and you know
hours about
what?
SSX, man. Bring it back. Bring back a fucking SSX, SSX Tricky, and SSX3 trilogy remaster, please. Please, for the love of God, EA. Please. Oh my god. The podcast will be
And
over. I'll be an
that's
SSX streamer.
and that is why deep down the two of us, we are gamers to fucking heart, and that'll never change us, and we'll continue
Absolutely.
with life no matter fucking what, and that's
Yeah.
it. But even in the future, when I'm working full time with whatever's going on, eh, I'll be back on here, and we'll
Yep.
talk
There'll
about the
always
next
be time
topic.
for it. It's funny how my
Absolutely.
parents are always saying like, "This is just a phase." Like when you're an adult, I'm a homeowner now, and I'm like a full time worker now. I'm in a committed relationship. They're just like, once you've got all those things, you're not going to care about games anymore. This is a phase. Like you'll grow out of them. I literally just like rearranged our master bedroom into a fucking game room, and I'm 22 years old.
I can I can art no, I can say without a doubt in my mind, no, I gaming saved my fucking life, dude. I could cry,
I'm
seriously.
in, I'm in the same. I
You
relate to that
know,
seriously. It
game
helped me through the darkest
you,
times, man.
COVID. COVID was mine. I was living in California paying $1,000 a month between three individuals for an apartment. Once COVID hit, everyone went home. And my family was living on the other side of the United States. And I moved back home. And I lived in my room for over a year without knowing anybody,
Yeah,
without going out, because everyone that I knew in North Carolina was gone. Different states, different colleges, didn't know anyone. And everyone was stuck inside because of COVID and no one wanted to meet other people. Because of streaming and because of content creation, because I came back, I would have killed myself, but it saved my life.
yeah,
And
man.
I can say that without a doubt. And I know it's a pretty like touchy subject for sure to say, but dude, it saved my life. And
Yeah,
that's why gaming will always be a part of my life.
I'm in the same boat. Like I was
It's
bullied a lot in school. I always came home to my games, man. Like especially COVID, like all what because I was still essential worker, so I still had to go to work, come home. I wasn't allowed to go to the gym anymore. Wasn't allowed to go out and see my friends anymore. So what the
Yep.
fuck would I have done if I didn't have games to play? If I didn't have Damascus to grind for, like what would I have
Yeah.
fucking done? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. I was, dude. I mean, serious. I was in my room in a corner with my desk, a camera, this camera, or no, I think actually it was this Logitech, but more or less same camera for over a year. And it's and this is the real reason why I know gaming and everything will be a part of my life, just because of the detrimental effect it had to save me from everything that could have happened. It was a dark time for sure. That's why I'm blessed. I really for where we're at today. Look at us. Look where we're at today. We're just beyond blessed. Beyond blessed.
Yeah, I agree. Like you're you're engaged now, man. Like you're cruising through life at the moment, man. You're about to be
Literally.
like cybersecurity professional. Holy shit!
And I'm gonna go watch the season 2 Walking Dead season finale with my fiance.
Hey, there you go.
She's not too tired, of course.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome, man. All right. We were meant to wrap this up a little while ago, but who cares? Like, I've been having a great conversation with this boy. He's fantastic. As I said, we could talk for hours more, and I know we could. But we have stuff to do. I have stuff to do. You have stuff to do. But hey, we'll just run it back in the future. Numbster Part 2.
Absolutely.
It'll happen. Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Have an excellent day, night, morning, whatever it is for you. Listen to this at work. Don't get fired. I hope you're enjoying the show. Shit like that. Thank you all very much. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Peace out.
Later, everyone.
There it is.